In 509 BC, Rome overthrew its last king. For centuries, Rome had been ruled by monarchs, but the final king, Tarquin the Proud, was driven out after tyranny, abuse of power, and public outrage. The Romans swore never again to be ruled by a king. Instead, they created something radical for the ancient world: the Roman Republic. Power would be shared. 2 consuls would rule at a time, elected annually. A senate of elite citizens would guide policy. Assemblies of ordinary Romans would vote on laws and leaders. It was imperfect, unequal, and limited, but it was designed to prevent tyranny. At first, Rome was small, just one city among many in central Italy. But the Republic had one key advantage: discipline, adaptability, and a relentless belief that Rome must survive at all costs. Over the next centuries, Rome expanded. It defeated rival Latin cities, crushed Etruscan kings, and fought brutal wars against its Italian neighbors. Each victory brought new land, soldiers, and allies. Then came Rome's greatest test: Carthage. The Punic Wars turned Rome into a Mediterranean superpower. Hannibal crossed the Alps with elephants and nearly destroyed the Republic. But Rome refused to surrender. After decades of war, Carthage fell. Rome emerged victorious. By the 2nd century BC, the Roman Republic controlled Italy, Spain, North Africa, Greece, and parts of Asia Minor. At its peak, Republican Rome ruled millions of people across 3 continents, commanding the entire Western Mediterranean. Rome was no longer a city-state. It was an empire, in everything but name. Victory brought wealth, and wealth brought problems. Gold flooded into Rome. Slaves replaced free farmers. Vast estates swallowed small holdings. Veterans returned from war to find their land gone. The rich grew richer. The poor grew angrier. Politics became vicious. Bribery was common. Violence replaced debate. The Senate protected elite interests while the streets filled with unrest. The Republic's institutions, designed for a small city, were now struggling to govern a massive empire. Some tried to fix it. The Gracchi brothers pushed land reforms to restore farms to ordinary Romans. They appealed directly to the people, bypassing the Senate. The response was shocking. Both brothers were murdered by political mobs backed by elite senators. It was the first time mass political violence shattered Republican tradition. From this moment on, blood entered Roman politics, and it never left. As chaos grew, the army changed. The soldiers became loyal not to the Republic but to their generals, men who paid them, rewarded them, and promised land. Power shifted from the Senate to military strongmen. Marius reformed the army. Sulla marched his legions on Rome itself, an unthinkable act that broke a sacred rule. Proscriptions followed. Enemies were hunted. Property was seized. Fear ruled the city. The Republic still existed in name, but its soul was cracking. Then came Julius Caesar. Charismatic, brilliant, and dangerously ambitious, Caesar rose through politics and war. His conquest of Gaul made him rich, famous, and adored by his soldiers. The Senate feared him. When ordered to surrender command, Caesar made a choice that changed history forever. He crossed the Rubicon River with his army. Civil war followed. Caesar defeated his rivals, including Pompey, and marched into Rome as master of the Republic. Caesar claimed he was saving the Republic, but he ruled as dictator. Power concentrated in one man. Traditions were ignored. Offices became symbolic. The Senate obeyed, or stayed silent. In 44 BC, fearing kingship had returned, senators struck. Julius Caesar was assassinated on the Senate floor. They believed the Republic could be restored. They were wrong. Caesar's death unleashed chaos. New civil wars erupted. Former allies turned on each other. Rome burned politically and literally. Out of the violence emerged Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir. Cold, patient, and ruthless, Octavian defeated his rivals, including Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium. There were no more defenders of the old republic. In 27 BC, Octavian became Augustus, the first Roman emperor. The republic was not abolished. It was hollowed out. Senators still met. Consuls were still elected. But real power rested with one man. After nearly 500 years, the Roman Republic was gone. In its place rose the Roman Empire, stronger, more stable, and far more autocratic. Rome had escaped kings, only to crown emperors. The Roman Republic fell not in a single moment, but through ambition, inequality, and the slow erosion of its own values, a reminder that even the greatest systems collapse when power outweighs principle.